Hi Gemini, happy birthday. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your June 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic cross spread as always, and also pulled the 4 agreement, Wisdom, the Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. I'm actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright. Well, we have Taurus, and at the time I'm recording this, we're just wrapping up Taurus season. Taurus for you guys is your 12th house of spirituality, blind spots, and mental health. Well, we also have Uranus, and Uranus is also in your 12th house. So, yeah, it could just be a lot of energy in that 12th house for you guys, like I said, which is spirituality, blind spots, mental health. And you might even get some sudden insights around that. In fact, at the time of recording this, we also have that new moon Taurus energy too, so that could be what's bringing this more to forefront for you guys as well. All right, and we have 8. So 8th house energy for you guys is actually Capricorn, and it's actually pretty quiet in Capricorn for once, although I think Pluto is making its way back into Capricorn. But at the same time, you've had a lot of energy there for a long time, so it could just be one of those things where perhaps because of that retrograde, you might be revisiting some areas of your life. So 8th house for you guys is death, rebirth, intimacy, and investment. So if there are some things that you have going on in those areas of life, they might be coming back up to the surface for you guys at this time. And of course, Capricorn is related to careers, so for some of you, it could be around the career thing as well. All right, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the King of Wands, and then challenging that, we have Justice. So I could see this playing out a couple different ways. The first one that comes to mind is it could just be saying you might be in a position to be elevated within your careers, but then there could be some red tape around that, right? So just a super generic example could just be one of those things where you have a proven ability to complete the task for whatever the job requires, but they might say, yeah, but at the same time, you don't have the formal certification to do the job, right? So that could be a bit of hindrance for you guys this month. And they might suggest that you go that route if you want to officially get the position. Let me see if there's anything else that comes to mind with this too. And for some of you, this could say that you might already be in this position, so maybe you get some kind of a promotion within your job, right? Only to realize that there's a lot more red tape behind decision making than you would like, right? So maybe you might immediately see a way to resolve an issue, but you might have to go through all these formal channels to address it because of your company's policies. All right, in the foundation position, we have the King of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here, which is for you guys your 6th house of career, not career ever, but work, daily routines, health. So yeah, could just be saying that around the situation, right? You might have to be a bit tight-lipped. So again, like I said, knowing what to do versus what you're able to do, right? So there could be a bit of a gap there. So for some of you might come to that realization, and it might be a point of frustration for you guys, but you might at least be trying to figure out, okay, well, is there any way for me to get around that? All right, in the past position, we have the 4 of Cups. So this is actually Cancerian energy here. And for some of you, this could even point to why you might have made the move toward that position to begin with, right? So maybe what you had previously, you weren't necessarily fulfilled with. So you might have thought to yourself, well, if I get this next level up, right, maybe that'll actually be more of what I'm looking for. And I'm sure it probably did bring more finances your way, right? But at the same time, there still might have been a bit of an emotional disconnect. Right, in the present position, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So this is usually an energy of collaboration, and it is actually Capricorn energy. So like we said, it came up in your dice as well. So seeing this here could just be saying that maybe you have, maybe you have ideas of how you could work around the situation, right? So it could be one of those things where it might be a bit informal because, again, like I said, there might be some kind of red tape that's not allowing you to go a more direct route. But you could say, okay, well, let me just actually go this way, where maybe if we collaborate, we could work around those issues for the time being. All right, in the near future position, we have the 6 of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here, and for some of you, this could just say that you might reach a point of frustration with the situation and possibly decide to move on, right? So, like I said, if you have this awareness, like, okay, I know how we could address these problems, but there's policies in place that aren't letting me address those problems, right? You might just reach that point of frustration where you're like, okay, well, this is just annoying, right? You might decide to move forward, or at the very least, temporarily distance yourself from the situation to try to figure out what your next step should be. All right, in the position of your influence in the situation, you have the Nine of Cups. So this is Pisces energy here, which is actually a 10th house of career and social status. And for some of you, this could just be saying that you might realize that you have a lot of opportunities available to you, right? So if you say, okay, yeah, the stuff that I'm dealing with where I'm currently at is just too much to bear, this could just be saying that, okay, you put yourself out there and realize, oh, okay, I actually have a lot of opportunities available to me, right? So you might just realize that, okay, it's not just a widespread issue, it's just more of where you're currently at that has this red tape that's holding up progress in the situation. All right, in the environment position, we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, this could point to potentially an offer coming your way, right? So like I said, it looks like so a super generic way this could be playing out, right? Let's say you're at your current job. Like I said, for some of you, they say, oh, yeah, you're totally capable of doing what we need for the position, but you don't have the formal certifications. Or for others of you, you're already in a position, but they're telling you, yeah, well, that's a great idea for you to do X, Y, Z, but we can't do it yet because of these reasons. So you have to go through this more formal channel before you could do those things, right? So whatever the case may be, it looks like there could be frustration, right? So let's just say this represents you guys putting out your resume out of that frustration. And then through that, realizing that, okay, you actually have a lot of opportunities available to you. So that's what I see with that. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is Sagittarius energy here, represents a lot of movement. Sagittarius being your seventh house, that represents partnerships, contracts, relationships. So for some of you, I could see this as a hope or a fear for some of you, right? Some of you are hoping for more freedom of movement, right? Like, okay, where I'm at now is too structured. It's not letting me do what I'm capable of doing. But then for others of you, you might have a little bit of fear of going out into the unknown, right? So I could see that playing out either way there. Right, and in the outcome position, we have the Six of Cups. So for some of you, this could definitely represent reconnecting to the past, and again, this is Scorpio energy as well. So just like we see in the foundation there, and again, that's sixth house energy for you guys. So this can represent maybe you go back to an old job, right? Maybe an old employment. Place of employment where you had more freedom, right? That maybe at the time you didn't appreciate. You thought, oh, if I go to this next place here, right, I get more money, I have a better title. But maybe you just realize, okay, it's not all it's cracked up to be, right? So for somebody, it could be going back to an old place of employment. For somebody, this could be them coming around to seeing things more your way, right? And potentially extending an olive branch there. And for others, you just could just point to possibly reconnecting to something you used to do back in your childhood that you were passionate about, but maybe up until this point you didn't necessarily view it as a possibility for an actual career path. All right, and bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, this is Pisces energy here as well, which could represent, leaving something behind that's not necessarily as fulfilling as you'd like it to be, and seeking something that is more fulfilling. So yeah, this is another indicator that for some of you, at the very least, you could be exploring other options, especially around your career. And it seems to be primarily a career reading this month. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Honor Yourself, Always Do Your Best, and it says, honor the man or woman that you are, take the risk to express your dream. Taking action is about living fully and expressing what you are. So yeah, interesting message there, because like I said, if you are feeling restricted in some kind of way, right, that's really what I saw with that Justice card in the challenge position. That could be pointing to that, right, where like I said, it looks like you might be seeking a little bit more freedom in your day-to-day routine. So hope that resonated. All right, next we have your Wisdom and the Oracle card, which is Poised. There's the artwork, and the number is 48. So we'll see what this has to say. Okay, essential meanings says being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, confidence. The Oracle's message: you can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to, your skills are sharp, you've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. Like I said, especially for those of you who would like to go out and explore your options, seems to support that there. The relationship message says when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now or coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So yeah, definitely a positive message there as well. Like I said, this didn't really come across as much of a relationship reading at all. It seemed a lot more heavily oriented toward career, but hopefully it resonated with you. And the prosperity message says you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is at your disposal. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. So yeah, again, definitely a pretty supportive message there as well. So hopefully that resonated. And lastly, we will look at your Mudra card for the month. This is your card here. It's the Ushas Mudra, and the keyword for it is productivity. All right, and there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says awakens body and mind in the morning hours, increases creativity and productivity, benefits the pelvis and reproductive organs, increases mental clarity and alertness, harmonizes the endocrine system. So if that sounds like a Mudra thing to be beneficial for you guys, I'll put the name in the description of the video as always. Once again, happy birthday to you guys, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.